Rick, this is a sponsored segment called Pick on Rick.
Yeah.
Is it sponsored by Mika?
Yeah. No, definitely not. Not today.
I'm glad to hear that.
You were just talking about, you know, in the past that Donald Trump has seemed to incite violence or whatever. And the language in his campaign, during his campaign, has been sometimes off the charts and has garnered great attention. But to some people, there was a very worrisome nugget in an NBC poll that 72% of registered Republicans still don't believe Barack Obama is a citizen of the United States. Does that trouble you at all in terms of just the storyline of the legitimacy of this presidency, the legitimacy of past presidencies? And that seems to be where Trump is going when he says it's a rigged election.
Yeah, it is troubling. I mean, look, I worked in the Cruz campaign, and that was an issue in the Cruz campaign. And remember the way Donald Trump phrased it, you know, he used the term, which was trending yesterday on Twitter, interesting, is many people are saying. I'm not concerned about it, but many people are saying, and it's worried. Boy, I hope it doesn't get in Ted Cruz's way. But it does trouble me. You know, the evidence is pretty clear that Barack Obama was born in Hawaii, and we should just dispense with it.
Oh, my God, are we talking about this?
Why are we talking about it?
Let's just stop.
Wow.
You know what,
Again.
though? This is where we are. I mean, this is the past couple of days, at least for me, I've kind of lost, I'm really discouraged.
I think
you have a candidate.
Political system
You have
is what's
the Republican nominee talking about, you know, joking about assassin. You can't even say it, making that horrific joke, lying about it. Some stooges actually getting up on stage and lying for him. We try and talk about it and talk about how that's just the last thing we need in this conversation. We talk about how both candidates are flawed. We try and be fair. And you literally have the Republican nominee at this stage of the game tweeting Joe in the middle of the day, like tweeting our show. I mean, it would be really flattering, except that it's really scary.
It's scary. One of the top Trump surrogates said something to me off the air, is, you know, about that every day now they make sure 1 of 5 people is with Donald, either Ivanka or Giuliani, because if he doesn't have a babysitter, one of the 4 or 5 people that they think can cover, who's going to babysit him if he ever gets in the office? I mean, who's the person that is going to sit next to him at all times with a taser to make sure he doesn't go off the rails?
The Republican Party has a Democrat who is not hinged as their nominee. Willie?
Well, I was going to say the babysitter wasn't with him last night then, because he said President Obama is the founder of ISIS.
Yeah.
So that was.
We're going to have
do we have
do that after the break.
We're going to get into it after the break a little bit.
It's incredible. This is where we are.
That's what we said yesterday. The pivot isn't going to happen.
Donald
Trump is Donald Trump. He's going to be who he is right to the end.